Okay, Rama, let's continue in that vein, because tonight the Conception Bay CBs won the Hrudey, I think, for the 8th time. They beat the Clarenvaux Caribous to sweep, right?
Yeah. I'd like to say congratulations to the guys back home. I'm sure Ian is pretty elated. It was a huge thing. They came in fourth.
Ian Moore is your buddy.
Yeah, Ian Moore's took over head coach, my good buddy Corey Crocker. So pretty proud of the guys. I was a big supporter of them.
All right, well, let's introduce you, just in case it wasn't clear enough. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest thing ever to come out of Harbour Grace, Riverhead, Newfoundland. It's 2:30 in the morning on the Rock. Are they watching back in Riverhead?
I'd say Dad's watching for sure. I'm sure everybody's still celebrating the win.
Let's deal with the game tonight in which you scored your 6th of the season. The notion is there's pressure on the Wings this year just to maintain their streak of playoff appearances, which is at 21 right now. Is this fair?
Yeah, I mean, we have high expectations on ourselves. We're a pretty proud organization. We got a lot of good leadership in our room, and we want to continue it. I mean, ever since Hank's taken over as captain, anytime it's on your watch, you want to make sure things go right.
Pretty amazing pass by Anderson over to you. That puck was on his stick for a second, and then the question I have for you is, did you see any net, or did you just put it there?
Yeah, great pass by Andy. He's a real nice young player. When you get a puck in that situation, it was kind of behind me. You kind of want to go the other side when Luongo's coming over. You catch him on the blocker side. It's a hard save.
Is that where you like to, like I've been saying for years, that spot 18 inches stick side is one of the most difficult places to make a save.
Yeah, you're bang on. I mean, you try to shoot there as much as you can. I know in practice I like to go there on Howie all the time, but
I bet he loves that.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've had you on this show, so we have license to walk down memory lane. You were a first-round draft pick by Chicago in 1997. After that, stops in Edmonton and Phoenix, but it took showing up in Detroit without a contract to save your career. How did you become such a vital part of the Red Wings?
Yeah, it sure did. I remember it was the summer after the lockout. I was training with Chelios, Matt Schneider down in California, and really Matt Schneider took a real liking to me. And I remember as the summer went on, I had an inkling go to Detroit on a tryout, and Matt Schneider put in a good word. So when I went there, he let me stay at his home, and I owe a lot to the Schneider family, to be honest. And I just worked hard, and I feel like Detroit has been, my home, and really allowed me to be able to establish and become an everyday NHLer.
Tweet from Kevin Ward. Now I got to sign in here again. Just hang on for one. This is exciting TV,
I'll
isn't
ask
it?
one while he's getting that.
Here we go.
So how did you endear yourself to the organization? Because if I recall correctly, training camp wasn't the smoothest thing that year either for you.
Yeah, started off a little slow. As the story goes, Kenny Holland promised my agent he'd give me a few exhibition games. Yeah. And I know as the early goings on in Traverse City, Babs was kind of, I don't think Clears, I don't think he can play. And Kenny Holland said, I promised his agent, and I've loved Kenny Holland ever since then. So, he shows a lot of loyalty, and it's paid off in spades.
Yeah, and he's loyal to his players. That's one of his traits. Yeah. And one of his many good traits. The tweet from Kevin Ward is this: when and how did you decide to leave Newfoundland? And what is your favorite Belleville Bull memory?
When I was one of maybe a couple players that left Newfoundland early. I mean, it wasn't easy because you literally have to leave an island to go away and play hockey. And my coach back home, Dick Power, he thought I was good enough to leave away. I left when I was 13, went to Kingston. I remember, it was first time on an airplane. I got picked. I didn't really know what was going on. Then that's why I left. And my favorite Belleville Bull moment was probably when I scored my 50th goal in my second year. So I remember I was shot from the point. I deflected it over the goalie's glove.
Okay, again, we're going back in time, but this is a story too good not to revisit. Do you still, to this day, marvel at being the first Newfoundlander to have your name engraved on the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, of course, I'm proud of that. That's something I can always hang my hat on. Bringing it home, I mean, we had over 100 media passes. It was something special. The whole province really embraced it. It was pretty cool. I mean, the whole lead up. I remember in Game 6 we spoke, about the anticipation and the showing that we had back in Harbour Grace. We had a big parade. It was outstanding.
I know in Harbour Grace they still have to speak with great fondness about the day that Dan Cleary brought the Stanley Cup back home. Charles and I were at the S.W. Morris Memorial Arena in 1983, and the crowd for them was nothing compared to the one that turned out for you in the Cup.
Amazing what a Stanley Cup can do for a town, As a province, I think everybody was so happy. First time, and I remember having a chance for the kids to come in on the field and take pictures with the Cup, and it's a lifetime memory, certainly for me and for our province.
You won the Cup for a lot of people, but did you win it for anybody more important than Alex Faulkner?
He actually came out, and listen, the history that he's there. Yeah, he's a Newfoundland pioneer. Let's be honest. He, especially the connection with Detroit, and Newfoundland. So
he was your Red Wing forefather, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So. He's a great man, great Newfoundland hockey player. Probably one of the greatest ever.
Just so people know, in case they don't, he was the first Newfoundlander ever to play in the NHL. Started with the Wings in the '63 Stanley Cup playoffs. I think he had 5 goals in 8 games. When he came home in that offseason, it was like the Pope was coming to Newfoundland. they were tracking his progress, like Santa Claus. Alex Faulkner is now getting off the ferry in Port aux Basques. Alex Faulkner is now in Corner Brook. So he is a big deal. How did it feel to hand the Stanley Cup to him?
Yeah, it was special. That's actually the first time I ever met him too. So I was kind of nervous a little bit. I didn't really know what to say, but I'm sure he was proud of the moment too. Obviously he played in the playoffs. Was a huge star, and just imagine how good you had to be back then to play.
Yeah.
That's the one thing for me. Imagine how talented that he was. So to have only 6 teams, so pretty special.
And he played for the Conception Bay Seabees.
Yeah, there's a connection. Keeps coming around.
Exactly. It was meant to be.
Do you have a favorite memory of that day with the Cup?
Yes. I remember my dad was always... we had so many things we had to do, and I remember he didn't tell me about it, but my neighbor was... She's a special needs, Lisa. She's passed away now, God bless her. But I remember all her friends were next door, and I had to jump the fence with the Cup. We went over, had a huge group photo with all special needs people, and they were it was. The stuff they were saying was pretty funny, and they were holding it, and so that was one moment I remember distinctly in my mind. That was pretty cool.
I want to ask you about 2 things that you do in Newfoundland to remain true to your roots. First of all, the Dan Cleary Entrance Scholarship.
Yes, yeah, that was established. Good friend of mine, lawyer back home, Doug Morris, had a good idea. When you have the Cup, let's have people come in, pay money to get a picture with you, and we took all the money and we put it in a memorial scholarship fund, an annuity. We were able to raise like $25,000. So that continues on, and it's a lifetime thing, and that's something I'm really, really, really proud of. And each time we're the winners awarded, send an email, quick call, congratulations. So pretty special.
Perfect. And the Dan Cleary Hockey School that you run with your buddies Corey Crocker, Mark Reynolds, and Ian Moores, who coaches the Conception Bay Seabees. You run it annually in Torbay, and you're there for all the sessions. What's that mean to you? Because you're not in it for the money.
No. Listen, I've seen kids go from the first one in 2009, to even last year. Their development, they're getting better, more confident. It's great to see the kids get older and you grow with them. I did hockey schools when I was a kid. I'm sure almost every NHL has been to some sort of a hockey camp. And I believe highly in it, and I've got great people around me that give great instruction. I'm on the ice, and I bring in some other NHLers to make Teddy Purcell come out, Adam Party, and these guys. I force these guys to come out, and so we all help each other out, and it's a great thing, and I think it's great for the kids to meet myself and to get to see, and I tell stories. So.
Well, all right, let's check out this picture. This is a shot, I think it appeared on the Evening Telegram a while ago. It's of the Newfoundlanders who were then all playing in the NHL. Mm-hmm. So that's you, Michael Ryder, Ryan Clough, Luke Adam, who was with Buffalo at the Times, now with Rochester, and Adam Party and Teddy Purcell.
Yeah.
Now, you guys all have staying power because you're all still playing. But the question is this a moment in time for Newfoundland? Or will Newfoundland continue to be a fairly significant contributor of NHL talent?
I'd like to say a fairly contribute factor in talent. I mean, I think as from my days till Colin Greening.
Yeah, we should add Colin Greening to the list. He's with Ottawa now, right?
I think everyone should be proud of that. We've got 6-7 guys in the NHL, and I think that as they see our paths go, guys get more comp. They leave home to go play. It wasn't easy growing up in Newfoundland playing hockey based on the fact that you had to leave to be seen.
Yeah.
So I think we got great talent, and there was a lot of talented players that never got a chance to play that I know could have been good NHLers.
There's such a sense of home on the Rock that it's a
Yeah.
really hard place to leave. Before we go, is it Danny, or Daniel tonight?
The media in Detroit give me heckles about that, but you can call me whatever you want. But I think Mom prefers Daniel.
Okay, Daniel Cleary, our guest on After Hours. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Scott.
Stanley Cup champion, still carrying the torch for Newfoundland, and scored his 6th of the season tonight in a Red Wings victory over the Canucks.